vanity, which is occupied by a warship manned by monsters. And that serves you right for not following the path of true righteousness and transgressing. And I love the way that the Baroque sensibility, and these were made in the early 18th century, is not only portrayed in the ponds and the stonework and the physical representation, but also in this embellishment of morality. Water flows throughout this garden, thanks to the two rivers that were diverted via this washhouse to create the stream that runs along a series of elegant stone canals. This area, created in 1776, is one of the many cool, quiet places with water and stone and, above all, shade that survives the existing garden. Over the years, areas of the garden have been remodeled, often according to the royal fashions of the time. In 1845, a French court gardener, influenced by the English Romantic movement, came to Patho de Oca. The royal gardener, Francois Villiers, came here and replaced much of the Baroque garden with the more fashionable, softer, romantic planting. And in the 20th century, much of his work has reverted back to the Baroque designs. But this avenue of limes remains, tying in the formality of the Baroque with the softness of his original 19th century planting. In recent years, under the direction of the Duke of Segovia, the owners, the Medicinelli Foundation, have restored the elaborate kitchen garden so that it is both pretty and productive. They've also planted a kiwi orchard. Kiwi fruit were introduced to Spain in the late 1960s, and you'll see them all over Galicia, where the climate has proved to be ideal for them. But the core of the garden depends upon four factors. The green everywhere, this lush green. The stone, which has a particular heft. Water running into all parts of the garden. But the fourth element, the one that ties it all together, is the Baroque wit and charm that makes it such a magnificent place. I've now come back to explore Santiago a little bit more. The city is filled with historic buildings, ancient houses, and many parks and courtyards that all welcome pilgrims and offer them spaces to rest. Whilst wandering amongst the back streets, I unexpectedly came across an allotment, and clearly not intended for pilgrims. The inhabitants have their lives to lead too, and they need space to cultivate and to rest and relax in. And this allotment, right in the heart of the city, beneath the cathedral itself, seems to be thriving, seems to be really used and loved. There is a common language of allotments the world over, but the local variations in what is grown and how it is used is always fascinating. I noticed that everyone there was gathering bouquets of flowers and herbs. What are you doing here? What are you picking? So I approached two of the allotment holders, Juan and Jose, to find out a bit more.
It's custom of Galicia that we put this kind of smelling plants in water.
It turns out to be Juan's name day, as well as the summer solstice, and this calls for special celebrations. Not only do they gather bunches of herbs, but these are soaked in water overnight